take a breath. Right now, in this exact moment, you're here. Not by accident. Not by random chance scrolling through an endless feed of content. Something deeper pulled you to this video. Maybe you can't explain it. Maybe you felt a subtle knowing, a whisper in your consciousness that said, "Watch this." That's not coincidence. That's confirmation. If this found you, you're being spiritually prepared for something significant, and it's time we talk about what that really means. Let's start with something that might give you chills. The universe doesn't operate on human schedules. It doesn't care about your 5-year plan or your carefully crafted timeline. Divine timing functions on a completely different frequency, one that our logical minds struggle to comprehend. And right now, in your life, divine timing is at work. You've probably noticed things shifting. Maybe it started subtly. Relationships that once felt solid now feel misaligned. Jobs that once brought satisfaction now feel suffocating. Places that once felt like home now feel like temporary stops. This isn't you falling apart. This is you being dismantled so you can be rebuilt into who you're truly meant to become. Think about the caterpillar in the chrysalis. From the outside, it looks like death. If you could ask the caterpillar what's happening in those dark moments of transformation, it would probably tell you it feels like everything is ending. But we know better. We know that dissolution is required for metamorphosis. The caterpillar's body literally liquefies before reorganizing into something that can fly. You're in your chrysalis right now. And I know it's uncomfortable. I know it feels like everything you knew is dissolving. But you're not ending. You're transforming. And the fact that you're here watching this means you're becoming conscious of the process. That's massive. Most people go through spiritual preparation completely unconscious, resisting every step, making it 10 times harder than it needs to be. Let me describe what's probably been happening in your life, and you tell me if this resonates. First, you've been experiencing an increasing sensitivity. Things that never bothered you before now feel intolerable. You can sense people's energy when they walk into a room. You know when someone is lying even when their words sound convincing. Certain environments that you used to tolerate now drain you completely. This isn't you becoming weak or overly sensitive. Your spiritual antenna is being upgraded. You're developing discernment at a level most people never access. Second, you've been drawn to solitude more than ever before. Not because you're depressed or antisocial, but because you genuinely need the quiet. Your soul is doing intensive work, and it requires space. The noise of the world, the small talk, the surface-level interactions, they all feel exhausting now. You're not isolating. You're incubating. There's a profound difference. Third, you're experiencing synchronicities that can no longer be dismissed as coincidence. You think of someone and they text you minutes later. You need guidance on something and the perfect book falls off the shelf at the bookstore. You overhear a conversation between strangers that contains the exact answer to a question you've been pondering. Numbers like 1111, 222, 333 seem to follow you everywhere. These aren't accidents. The universe is speaking to you in the language of synchronicity, confirming that you're on the right path, that you're being guided, that you're not alone in this process. Fourth, your sleep patterns have probably changed. You might wake up consistently between 2 and 4 a.m., that mystical window that spiritual traditions call the hour of the soul. Or you're having vivid dreams that feel more real than waking life. Dreams where you're receiving teachings, visiting other dimensions, or connecting with beings of light. Your consciousness is being trained during your sleep. You're attending night school in the spiritual realms, and when you wake up, even if you don't remember the details, the wisdom has been downloaded into your being. Fifth, and this is a big one, you're experiencing what feels like a dark night of the soul. Everything you once believed is being questioned. Your faith is being tested. You're facing your shadows, your wounds, your deepest fears. This is not punishment. This is purification. You cannot carry old baggage into new dimensions. You're being emptied of everything that isn't authentically you so that your true essence can finally shine through. Section 3. What you're being prepared for, 8 to 12:30. Now here's where it gets really interesting. What exactly are you being prepared for? The answer is both simple and profound. You're being prepared to step into your purpose. Not the purpose that society told you to have. Not the purpose your parents projected onto you. Not the purpose that would make you wealthy or famous or impressive. Your real purpose. The thing your soul came here to do. And here's what most people don't understand about purpose. It's not always comfortable. It's not always convenient. It often requires you to walk away from everything familiar and step into complete uncertainty. Purpose asks you to trust what you cannot see. It demands that you believe in your vision even when no one else does. It requires a level of courage that you didn't even know you possessed. You're being prepared to be a way shower. The world is going through a massive consciousness shift right now, and it's not a gentle process. More people are waking up, asking deeper questions, refusing to accept the superficial narratives they've been fed. And when people wake up, they're disoriented. They need guides. They need people who have already walked through the fire and come out the other side. That's you. Whether you realize it or not, you're being trained to hold light in dark places, to offer hope when others have lost it, to stand firm in truth when everyone else is wavering. You might be thinking, but I'm struggling. I don't have it all figured out. How can I guide anyone else? That's exactly the point. You're not meant to be some enlightened guru sitting on a mountain dispensing wisdom. You're meant to be authentically human, showing others that transformation is possible, that healing is available, that there's meaning in the struggle. Your wounds are becoming your wisdom. Your pain is becoming your power. Your darkness is becoming your depth. So how do you navigate this preparation period without losing your mind? First, surrender to the process. Stop fighting what's falling away. That relationship that's ending? Let it go. That job you're being pushed out of? Trust it. That version of yourself that's dying? Grieve it and release it. Surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means aligning with the flow of the universe instead of exhausting yourself swimming against the current. Second, get comfortable with not knowing. Your logical mind wants a map, a timeline, a clear set of instructions. But spiritual preparation doesn't work that way. You're being asked to develop faith, to trust the process even when you can't see the destination. This is where real spiritual strength is built. Not in the knowing, but in the trusting despite not knowing. Third, pay attention to what energizes you versus what depletes you. Your body is giving you constant feedback about what's aligned and what's not. That person who drains you every time you interact? Your body is telling you something. That activity that lights you up even though it makes no logical sense in your current life? Your soul is telling you something. Start honoring these signals. Your intuition is being sharpened, but only if you actually listen to it. Fourth, create sacred space in your life. This could be meditation, journaling, time in nature, creative expression, whatever allows you to connect with something larger than yourself. You need a practice that grounds you when everything else feels chaotic. This isn't optional right now. This is essential. You're undergoing a massive energetic upgrade, and you need a way to process and integrate what's moving through you. Fifth, find your tribe. Not everyone will understand what you're going through. Some people will think you're having a breakdown. Others will try to pull you back into old patterns because your growth makes them uncomfortable. You need to find people who get it. People who are also being spiritually prepared. Communities where you can be authentic about what you're experiencing without being judged or pathologized. These connections will sustain you in ways you can't imagine. Here's something crucial that needs to be said. With spiritual preparation comes responsibility. You're being given gifts, insights, abilities that most people don't have access to. That's not to make you special or superior. It's to make you useful. You have a responsibility to use what you're being given in service of something greater than yourself. This is where a lot of people get stuck. They have profound spiritual experiences, receive incredible downloads of wisdom, develop intuitive abilities, and then they hoard it all. They use their gifts only for personal gain or to feel special. That's not what this is about. You're being prepared so that you can lift others up, so that you can contribute to the healing and evolution of consciousness on this planet, so that you can be a living example of what's possible when a human being aligns with their soul. This doesn't mean you have to quit your job and become a spiritual teacher, though some of you will. It means you bring consciousness to whatever you do. It means you show up with integrity, authenticity, and love even when it's difficult. It means you speak truth even when your voice shakes. It means you stand for something meaningful even when you stand alone. If this video found you, it's because you're ready. Ready to stop pretending that the discomfort you're feeling is a problem to be fixed. Ready to recognize it as the sacred preparation that it is. Ready to step into the vastness of who you truly are, even though it's terrifying. You're not broken. You're not lost. You're not too sensitive or too intense or too much. You're being spiritually prepared for a purpose that's bigger than you can currently comprehend. And that preparation is happening right now, in every challenge you face, in every comfort zone you're pushed out of, in every moment you choose truth over convenience. The caterpillar doesn't know it's becoming a butterfly. It just knows something profound is happening. You're the same, except you have one advantage: consciousness. You're aware of the transformation. You can work with it instead of against it. You can trust it even when it's uncomfortable. So trust this. Trust yourself. Trust the process. Trust that you found this video at exactly the right moment, because there are no accidents in the universe. You're exactly where you need to be, being prepared for exactly what's coming. The universe has your back. Your soul has a plan. And everything, absolutely everything, is unfolding perfectly. Welcome to your preparation. Welcome to your becoming. Welcome home to yourself.